I'm here today to show you how to add the music snippet extension and then how to use it to compose a short little song using rhythm and form. So the first thing I'll do is open up a Google document, as you can see I've done here. Then I'm going to go to extensions, and we want to go to add-ons and get add-ons. You'll have to add the extension first. You can do a simple search for music snippet. Click here. I already have it downloaded, so you can see mine is installed, but otherwise you could just click on it and it will bring up install. So the first thing you want to do is install that. If I uninstall mine for a moment, you can see what it looks like. There's install. I'll just add it. Yes, it has permission. And I'll just sign in quickly and give it that permission. Okay, now I've added it and it's in my add-ons. So now that I've downloaded it, I'll go back to extensions, add-ons, but if you look down below there, you can see there is music snippet, and I'm going to click it to open. And it brings up the little inspector on the side. I'm going to add a new music snippet just by clicking on that button. And I have some choices here because you could write for guitar, ukulele, piano, singing, anything you want. But for this project, we are going to go to unpitched at the bottom. That is just rhythm, no melody, just rhythm and form today. Once I click on this, it automatically brings up the notes. And this is where I would add my A section. So my A section has a lot of quarter notes, so I'll write it in real quickly. And you can see it actually plays it for me. And I can skip some of these. It'll automatically generate a rest if I'm skipping it. The next thing I want to do, I'm going to go back to my first beat and highlight that, and I'm going to name it. I'm going to name it A, my A section. So I'll go to measure, and then here you can see a little A. I'm actually going to click text because then I can decide what goes in it. A, and it pops up in A, so I've labeled this measure. Now to get to the next measure, I'll just click and add. It will add one measure for me. And here I go. I'm ready to add my B section. So I'll go back to notes. This one has a lot of eighth notes in it because they're contrasting. It's different than A. I'm going to add in all my eighth notes. And there we go. I'll go back to the first part of this section and make sure I name it. Go back to measure, rehearsal text, and I'll call this one B, and now I have it. I can go back to the beginning too, and it'll even play it for me. So I can listen back and make sure the sections are contrasting. Okay, now I need to continue, and I've chosen the form ABAC. So what I do here is go back to note, and I'm just going to copy it exactly like that first part. So I'll go back to my quarter notes and just put them in again. Go back to measure, make sure I highlight the first beat, and I'm going to name this A because it's A repeating. I'm also going to add another measure after it. Oops. And you can always undo as well. I had the wrong measure highlighted, so I'll highlight this measure and say add one after it. And there we go. Now I'm going to put in my C section, which is where I've decided to kind of put together eighth notes and quarter notes. It's got to be different than both A and B. So I'm going to go, here's my C, and almost done inputting. I have one more measure to go. All right, go back to the first beat of C, and I will name it. So I have A, B, A, C. It's clearly labeled. I can see that my A's match. They're exactly the same rhythm. B is different than A. B is also different than C, although they have some similarities. If you want to, go back to the first beat and you can play it back to listen to it. All right, and here you have some control over the volumes and different things like that too. Now that I've written it all out though, this is complete, so I can press Add to Document, and you will see it will generate it and put it on the page for me. It has run off of the page a little bit, so you can shrink it. Another way to do that is change your page layout to landscape, and then it should fit a little easier. There you go. If you want to get fancy, you can give it a title, add some text on the page here. And then when you're ready, just go ahead and share it, copy your link, and you can share it in Canvas. And that is how you add musical snippets and how you use the tools to label your rhythm and your form. Good luck.